Hey blank dieters! In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about how you can change how you see yourself. If you are familiar with the law of attraction, then what I'm going to be sharing in this video is going to be very familiar. I'm also going to talk to you about habits that you can change and you can incorporate into your life so that you can attract the weight loss that you desire. You can attract the healthy lifestyle that you desire into your life. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Welcome back, blank dieters. Thank you so much to my returning subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're a newcomer, thank you so much for stopping by. Remember to do the ritual that makes you family and click the subscribe button down below. Also click the notification bell so you are notified every time that I upload a new video. Remember to also like, share with your family and friends, and leave me a comment on the topic of discussion. I want to discuss with you a few things that you need to change so you can also change the overall idea of how you see yourself, especially if it's a negative portrayal of yourself in your own mind. Number one, you need to stop seeing yourself as a regular person. Believe it or not, there is not one single person who was put on this earth in order to fill space or to fill time. You have a specific purpose. There is something that you can do that no one else can do better than you. I know it may be difficult for you to believe, especially if you never had positive people around you or people to encourage that gift. But if you think of yourself as someone who has a mission on this earth, you're going to start loving your body, loving yourself, treating yourself the best way you can. Imagine yourself on the cover of magazines, on the cover on videos, on the news, on public platforms. If you think of yourself as someone who is going to hone in on their gift until they are on a world platform, you're going to start taking care of yourself. Let me give you an example. Someone who is an incredible singer, who knows that I'm destined for greatness, is going to start watching what they eat. They're going to start thinking, oh my God, I cannot eat honey. I can't eat lollipops because this is bad for my voice. I am destined for greater. So they start living for the future, the great future that they know that they're destined for. So if you know that you're destined for a great future and you're not just a regular person, you're definitely going to start taking care of yourself better. You're going to find yourself wanting to make better food choices. You're going to want to exercise so you can look good and feel good so that when the time comes to showcase your gift in front of the world, you're ready. The second thing that you need to change is looking at yourself as a failure before you even attempt anything. Now, before you say, oh, I've attempted this before, I've attempted weight loss before and it didn't work, I've attempted X, Y, and Z before and it didn't work, you have to look at each attempt as a fresh one. Even though you still have to also take into account the lessons that you learned from your prior failures. There's no person that I know who has succeeded at something great in one go, even if it's just as basic as weight loss. So no matter how you failed in the past at your weight loss goals, you still need to look at each attempt as a fresh attempt and also take into account the lessons that you learned from your past failures. The third step in changing how you see yourself is looking at yourself. Yes, it may seem like something very basic, but a lot of people in the world don't judge themselves and they don't portray an image in their mind of themselves based on themselves actually looking at themselves. When you go out, how do you know that you're overweight? Because somebody said, oh my God, have you been eating more? But have you been looking at yourself? If you look at yourself in the mirror and you're satisfied with yourself, then you're not going to rely on other people's opinion based on them looking at you, based on what they see when they look at you. So looking at yourself helps you to actually resent negative information that comes from outside because you know yourself. If somebody says you're a failure, you've already looked at yourself and you've counted your victories and you know, I'm not a failure. So I resent that. I don't take that into my system. I don't take that into my mind. I'm not going to let that contribute into how I see myself. So take some time every day to look at yourself. Who am I? What am I made of? Am I beautiful? I love my eyes. I love this. I love the way that I listen when my family's talking to me. I love the way that I think about my parents when they're not around me. I love the way that I spend time with my kids. I love the way that, look at all the things that you love. Look at all the things about you so that nobody else but you can tell you about you. So, I also want to talk to you about some habits that you can start incorporating in your daily life so that you attract the things that you like. You know, if you've ever heard of the law of attraction, you know that it is basically focusing your mind and your thoughts on something that you want really bad until you see it show up on your doorstep. Yes, it's that simple. So, the law of attraction is basically positive thinking. It is a way of attracting the things that we want into our lives by focusing most of our thoughts on those things. So I'm not talking about obsessing of, oh my God, I wish I was thin. Oh my God, I'm so fat. Oh my God. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about positive affirmations of, I love myself, so I'm going to get to a comfortable weight. I love myself, so I'm going to get to a healthy weight that is within the healthy recommended BMI for my body. Those are the kinds of thoughts that you need to keep thinking and replaying in your mind in order to attract the weight loss results that you want. You need to believe that you're in control. This is your body. You own this body. You own your body. Your body doesn't own you. I know a lot of things that people who are overweight struggle with, including myself, is feeling like you're not in control. You're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you don't know what to do about it. You've tried this diet, you've tried that diet, but nothing seems to be working. You feel like your body is holding the reins and you are just following behind. But you need to start thinking. Every morning, meditate. Affirm to yourself, I'm in control. This is my body. I control my body. My body does not control me. The more you convince yourself of that, the more you're going to find that whenever your body is craving a cookie, you can say no. Whenever your body is craving laying down instead of exercising, you're going to do whatever your body is against. Because your mind, you yourself are the person who controls your body. So even though your body doesn't feel like doing anything, you can still command your own body to do what it doesn't want to do. Isn't that amazing? In order to maintain positive thoughts so you can attract the thing that you want in your life, you need to learn to declutter your mind. Remove all the other things that you have to do that are at the back of your mind and make sure you stay focused. Make a to-do list of what you're supposed to do throughout the day so that your mind is not cluttered with go to the grocery store, get my kids from school. Put it in your phone, in your Google Notes or in your S Memo, whatever it is that you use, your notepad on your laptop, so that your mind is not cluttered. You keep your mind focusing on the positive things that you want to see in your life, especially when it comes to your weight loss, if that is your number one goal. You need to focus more on the solution, not the excuse. Instead of saying, oh, I should have worked out yesterday, but my baby girl was sick. You should actually say, I didn't work out yesterday. So what can I do today so that I don't fall back into the habit of not working out? That's the solution. Or I didn't manage. Okay, I fell short yesterday. I was 200 calories over my goal. But today, what can I do to make sure that I don't get the same craving that I did yesterday? You see how that works? Think a solution. Be a solution bringer, not an excuse pusher. The other thing you should do is to plan. Plan and be prepared. Remember before we spoke about decluttering your mind, and you cannot do that if you just go throughout your day without a plan. If you have a solid plan, you're moving through your day knowing, okay, now it's time for X, now it's time for Y, now it's time for Z. So you're not constantly thinking, oh my God, this, that, in the middle of doing another task in your day. Your mind needs to be free, it needs to be decluttered, and you can do that by planning and being prepared for every single moment in your day. So that's it for this video, Blank Dieters. I hope you learned a lot. Leave me a comment down below about what you think. Let me know about the tools that you use to change your mindset about how you feel about yourself. and also the positive thoughts that you keep in your mind throughout the day. Like, share, subscribe to my newbies, and I'll see you next time. Bye.